Tons of stuff is happening in Mortal Kombat 1 right now. New fatalities, new fan-favorite costumes, and even a little controversy. To put it bluntly, NetherRealm Studios made the most bizarre DLC I've ever seen in a Mortal Kombat game. Spicy stuff to be sure. There's a lot to talk about with Mortal Kombat 1 today. I know many of you want a dedicated video on my new comic because I do read every single comment after all on every video. And I promise that comic book video is coming. But I spent all night finishing the Indiegogo page and I'm exhausted, to be honest with you. But for now, here's a quick preview, and please don't skip it. Please don't skip it. I worked so hard on this comic book and the Indiegogo, so please watch it. Do not skip ahead. This comic means a lot to me, and it just launched yesterday. Top Tier is the perfect comic for fighting game fans. So click my link down below to pre-order right now, because a lot of these products are exclusive and won't be available after the campaign ends, so you have to be fast. But first, let me show you some of these products because they're awesome. For starters, there's 3 different covers to choose from, some of which will never be available again, which makes them the perfect collector's item, but once again, you have to buy soon. And here's my favorite part. No matter what you pre-order, you get 6 trading cards for free! The front of the card has incredible artwork, while the back tells you tons of awesome facts about the character. But guess what? The more funding this campaign gets, the more cards that will be added to your purchase for free! Which means you definitely want to spread the word and tell everybody you know about Top Tier, because the more purchases we make means more free stuff for you. And guess what? There's also clothing options and awesome posters to choose from as well. So one last time, please click the link down below and pre-order your Top Tier products today. They're not going to be available for very long. This comic book campaign is by far the most ambitious thing I've ever done, and I'm honestly really nervous, but I love fighting games and I love writing comic books, so I just had to combine the two and share my passion with you all. So if you love comic books too, or love fighting games, or simply enjoy my content, please check out Top Tier today and spread the word to everybody you know. I'm just one person, I'm not some giant corporation, which is why I'm counting on you all. Let's make history together. Let's make the Top Tier comic book a big success. Alright, and back to the video. First up, let's talk about the controversy because it's spicy and I know you all love a little bit of drama. Who doesn't love some drama, especially when it comes to video games? As it turns out, Mortal Kombat 1 is getting some bizarre DLC in the near future, and in fact recently they posted this on Twitter. Next week, you can access the Seasonal Fatalities bundle, which includes the Halloween, Thanksgiving, and upcoming Winter Fatality. Those who purchase the Halloween Fatality will have access to the bundle at no extra cost. We appreciate your feedback on everything. Yeah, you read that correctly. We're getting a Thanksgiving Fatality and a Winter Fatality. I never thought I'd see the day where a Mortal Kombat game had seasonal themed fatalities, especially not holiday themed fatalities. And then on top of that, we gotta pay. We gotta pony up the dough if we want these fatalities. And just in case you don't play Mortal Kombat 1, maybe you stumbled across my channel on accident, the Halloween Fatality also dropped fairly recently. And as mentioned earlier, players had to pay, which may not seem like a big deal, you know, maybe a couple of bucks to get a new fatality. No, $10. That's right, $10 for a fatality in Mortal Kombat 1. For some reason, every other YouTuber said that it was $12. Maybe NetherRealm lowered the cost of Dragon Crystals, but when I checked the store, it's $10 to get 1,250 Dragon Crystals. And the Halloween Fatality was 1,200 Dragon Crystals, or $10. But for some reason, every other YouTuber said $12. It's not a big deal, but I just wonder how many YouTubers actually even play the game and actually check the price of the fatality. No matter what the case may be, $10 is already too much for a fatality, and me personally, I did not buy it. The most I would ever pay for a fatality would be like $2 at the most. And that's why this tweet from NetherRealm Studios has players getting angry once again. Are these new holiday fatalities going to be just as expensive as the Halloween fatality, or will they be a little bit lower because NetherRealm saw the outrage everywhere online and all over social media? For me personally, fingers crossed, I'm hopeful that it is going to be a reduced price. I bet the entire bundle instead is going to be worth $10 or so. Or in other words, if you're like me and did not purchase the Halloween Fatality, now you can get all 3 of the holiday fatalities for around the same price. And the reason I believe this is because the tweet does say that those who purchase the Halloween Fatality will have access to the entire bundle at no extra cost. And that's why I believe the holiday fatality bundle will be around $10. But honestly, they could probably even go a bit lower and make it $7 or even $5 in my personal opinion. However, I'm no game developer, but here's my theory. If the price is lower, then way more players are going to be willing to buy it, and therefore you get more purchases overall. For example, that's why my comic book is only $15 when I could honestly charge $20 or $25 for it if I wanted to, because there's so much content. But even a basic businessman like myself knows that when you charge less, you get way more purchases. So I think NetherRealm could take a page from that book and lower the price on the Fatality bundle to around $7 at the most. And as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What's the most you would pay for a holiday themed Fatality or even the Fatality bundle? Like I keep saying in every single video, I truly do read each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Because you already know my opinion, I'm not spending more than $7 on a Fatality, and that's crazy coming from me because look behind me. Look at this collection. I'm a guy who loves to spend his money on stuff. And even for me, I think that $7 for a single Fatality was way too spicy, just too rich for my blood. I'm not paying that personally. But then again, to be fair, I am a different breed. I typically never do Fatalities in a Mortal Kombat game. I'm just built different that way. I sweep the opponent and then rematch. I want to get back into the gameplay, but that's just me. And guess what? It's time for topic number 2, because amidst all this DLC controversy, there's actually a lot of DLC that players are excited about and cheering NetherRealm for. And that's because it's not just Omni-Man that dropped recently. There was also a bunch of fan favorite costumes returning for Mortal Kombat 1, albeit with a little bit of changes, some tweaks here and there. But for example, we got Deadly Alliance Sub-Zero, one of my favorite costumes in all of Mortal Kombat history, and yes, I purchased Dragon Crystals to get it. For anyone not aware, the 3D era games was a rebirth for Mortal Kombat. Deadly Alliance was the first Mortal Kombat game that many players took seriously, myself included. Yes, I played the arcade games a little bit, but keep in mind, the first Mortal Kombat came out before I was even born. So I'm a bit of a young blood in that regard, and as a result, the console is where I played. And that's why Deadly Alliance was one of my first games, and I played the crap out of it. I also love Deception, and especially Armageddon. Those games were my childhood. And as a result, I am super excited to see all these 3D era costumes returning. We already had Deadly Alliance Scorpion, and now Deadly Alliance Sub-Zero, but it doesn't stop there. We also have Deception Li Mei, albeit with some tweaks here and there. You know, the modern era, right? You can't keep the costumes the same for the women for whatever reason. And as a result, Li Mei is wearing pants in this DLC, but it still looks great. I still purchased it. I had some Dragon Crystals left over, and I absolutely snagged it because I love playing Li Mei in Mortal Kombat 1. She's so much fun. High execution, really long combos, crazy high damage. That's my kind of character. And it's a bit confusing if I'm being honest, because Li Mei does have a costume in the data files where she's not wearing pants. You see it in story mode, actually. And that's why I'm here scratching my head a little bit, wondering why the Deception skin had to be censored when we already have a pantsless Li Mei coming in the near future. But hey, here we are. Once again, I'm not a game developer, I'm just a YouTuber. And at this point, my fingers are crossed for Deadly Alliance Li Mei. That's the game she debuted in, and that outfit is still iconic in my personal opinion. There's never been any costume remotely similar to it. It's very unique to Li Mei. And then on top of that, oh man, my voice is just going away. One more costume I would love to see is Tanya's Deception outfit. Please bring it back, NetherRealm, you know you want to. Because that costume right there, players will definitely want to spend money on. This game is destroying my wallet with all the amazing DLC costumes, but I'm okay with it, mainly because other fighting games are starving their players of costumes. And I'm not joking, everyone. I did not plan to go on this tangent. It's not in my script, but here we go. Street Fighter 6 still does not have a third costume for any of the characters. They only have 2. How crazy is that? And keep in mind, Street Fighter 6 does not have many characters. Its roster is honestly quite tiny, and they still only have 2 costumes for every single character. And if you think that's bad, don't even look at King of Fighters 15, okay? Because you're lucky to get even 2 skins for a character in that game. A vast majority of characters only have 1 costume, and that's it. So when you look at games like King of Fighters 15 or Street Fighter 6 and notice how there's no costumes for any of the players, I'm really happy how many costumes there are for Mortal Kombat 1, even if a lot of them are DLC. Because keep in mind, a lot of them are free. For example, in the Shrine, I got some of the DLC costumes for free. You're supposed to spend money on them, but I got them for free thanks to the Shrine. So that's really cool. At the end of the day, I think Mortal Kombat 1 is doing a great job balancing free content with DLC content. Yes, the DLC is a bit pricey, but it's also completely optional and does not affect gameplay, and that's the golden rule. But I want to make this video interactive one last time, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which costume do you want to see the most return to Mortal Kombat 1? Once again, I have to say it because people don't believe me, I really do read every single comment. comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. As mentioned earlier, my voice is leaving me. It was cracking several times in this video. I had to do a lot of retakes, so that's about it for me. Please leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video. It helps my channel out a ton. And then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.